We live? I think we might have done it.
We've done it again. Yeah, miracle.
We look really orange. We've got a new camera, and it looks like on my screen that we're really tanned, but we're like Dale Winton tanned.
Yeah, exactly.
If you know who he is. Hopefully you can hear us. We haven't done this for quite some time. I think the last one was September or October.
August, I think.
August.
I was just before I went off to the Merida. So yeah, I think it was August, to be honest. So hello again, welcome.
Really?
Nice to see you. Big news, isn't it? Big news yesterday.
Yeah. New bike and all that good stuff. It was pretty awesome. Pretty cool trip. Who we got? We got already 80 people watching within 50 seconds. That's pretty awesome.
And Lee's there. Hey Lee, how you going?
Lee.
Yeah.
How's it going, man? Should we go through the chat and see who's in there? If you want us to say hi, come into the chat, put your name, where you're from. We love, these are so exciting for us because it's unusual that you get to connect directly with people all over the world, isn't it?
Yeah, usually it's just YouTube comments and that can be a bit bounced back. I find it hard in YouTube though, because like you used to click on it, it doesn't take you to where you've already spoken, so you can get lost in the thread there, but it's really good to be able to actually interact. But are there quite a few other bikes since August as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, man, there's been, what came out after what, I can't remember, it seems like such a long time ago now, but the Mondraker Crafty RR came out. That was an epic bike launch, and it seems like their goal was to get sub 20 kilos. It's like this, a bit of an arms race, I think, to get a low weight bike out.
Race for the moon, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Did you know, someone left a comment in one of my videos today about e-bike technology, and actually if we can go to the moon, why can't we do something with e-bikes? And I didn't realise until I read, because I googled it, because I was being a bit geeky, that the last time we went to the moon was in 1972.
Yeah. I was watching actually on the way back there were two videos on Neil Armstrong. So
really?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Like the whole race, Apollo 11 and
1972.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good Apple TV Plus show, and it's called I can't remember what it's called now. It's not the best advertisement for it, but it's like the alternative race to the moon. It's the alternative space race where
the Russians
actually get it. Yeah.
But,
so it's interesting. Anyway, we digress. Like what? Oh man, look at all these people. We got 100 people watching. Right, Joe. Hey, how's it going? Baked and awake. You came here to say that I, for one, welcome our new super scooter overlords.
Super scooter, I haven't called it that before. Yeah, I think so. Well, it's you anyway, yeah.
Super scooter. Sunday, hi all, how's it going? Eric, hey mate, ride. Eric leaves a comment on every single one of my YouTube videos, and he says ride in every single one without fail. It's nice, isn't it? When you get like the regulars that comment, and I'm sure there's loads more of you.
Yeah.
Who else we got, John?
You've also got, I'm just trying to think, we said hello to Lee, Luca Gas, hello from Italy, brilliant. Who else we got? Monza Car Care, Scott MTB, Mike Tarry, Sal, Lee again, Future's Bright, Future's Orange. Yeah.
We're so orange. Like, I've got to work out the colour settings on this camera because I think it might still be set for that nice sunset we had.
Rub it into everybody.
I think this is like sunset, starburst setting.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite work in my little room, does it?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know about that. It's slightly different from South Africa, isn't it? But yeah,
Andrew
all right.
McDonald.
All right, from Dublin, Leo M. Sounds loud and clear on wireless mics today, same ones that we used out in the field. So
it's good, isn't it? Moving into the future with wireless.
Exactly. We were wired up before, so had to go the loo, you had to unplug, but now we can. Now we're fully mobile. So. Yeah. How did you find the sound in the last video? Everybody, I thought it's pretty good, wasn't it? It came through really good.
It was all right, actually. And so many people have commented on the video and the quality of the video. And can I just say a massive thank you to this man here, because
I got a free trip.
But you carried an Evoque backpack with probably 25, like the weight of an e-bike on your back, full of like camera stuff, tripod, all, and we just got we tried to get all banging shots, didn't we? Like right at the end of the day, and you worked your arse off, man, and got some bangers there. And so many people have commented on the drone quality, and you know how to fly a plane, so you can fly a drone quite well as well.
Just about. But yeah, I think we're really lucky with the light there, and there weren't many trees. Unfortunately, the 2 years before we arrived, there was a massive fire in Yonkashok that decimated the whole forest there, which is such a shame. But I think, well, we talk about it, but Specialized with Soil Searching paid for 7 trail builders full time to build that trail network there. So really, really good to see. It's great to see they're giving something back to the community. And I think they actually said it during one of the briefings. It's quite hard to donate money to people. They can't just give 20 grand to somebody and say, there you go, go and do what you want with it. They've got to do it through these schemes. So it's really cool, wasn't it? Really, really cool.
You've done a soil search in Dig Day, haven't you?
I have, yeah. That was over in Summer Lightning. So yeah, I mean,
Surrey Hills.
Yeah, I mean, they a lot of what you see. Certainly, they can only really do it on sanctioned trails, and obviously there's only a couple over on Surrey Hills that are allowed. But yeah, they just show you, it's really interesting. They show you about the drainage and all the actual thought and preparation that goes into making it. Because I put it on my Instagram, but you know, bike companies make these bikes, but it's all well and good. But if there's nowhere to go and ride them, so they are trying initiatives. I mean, it's a worldwide initiative to actually try and get at least one full-time trail builder in a certain area, so Forest of Dean, for example, so that they're out doing that all the time, trying to make sure that you've got somewhere rad to ride. Because the number of people that are picking up this sport now means that the trail network's going to get bigger. It's
funny, isn't it? Because without a decent trail, you don't have the same experience, do you?
Well, it's like a lot of people say, most people do just hack up and down a fire road, and that's what I used to do. That's what I thought mountain biking was. You know, it's a nice view, just going up a fire road. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Although having said that, whilst we were out, we bumped into 2 World Cup cross-country gold medalists, didn't we? One, Nico Schultz, was it?
Was it Nino Schurter?
Schurter? Yeah,
I'm pretty
Nico
sure.
Schurter, I think. Nico Schurter.
We've probably got it like totally wrong. But...
Sorry. But yeah, he said, where's the trail? We were like, I think it's over there. Like that. And then there was another Specialized sponsored girl as well. It was amazing because they all go down there to train for the summer.
It's a pretty rad place, isn't it? So
yeah.
You can all hear us, which is all right. Pretty good. All right from Dublin. Lee, hi guys. Insane Pain, yo boys. Leighton Bennett, hi from Newquay. Alex, hey Rob, thanks to your vid, I got the Levo SL.
Brilliant.
Hope you like it. Andrew McDonald, Gold Coast, Australia. Hello to you guys in Australia.
It's got to be really early in the morning there.
Yeah, it's like super early, isn't it?
6.
Like 6:30, is it? AM, 7:30 AM. Ross from Aberdeen, Chris from Horsham, Scott from Aberdeen. Got a couple of people from Aberdeen. Hello from Belgium to Patrice. Michael Cunningham in Pittsburgh, USA. Paul Griffiths, what is the chance of a $5 grand loan so I can buy an SL? Let me know. Yeah, I'm sure credit card companies.
HSBC might do it. I don't know whether.
No, don't get into debt.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not good.
No.
There's so many good bikes out there. You don't need to spend 5 to 10 grand on a e-mountain bike, and I think that it's easy for us to ride these super expensive bikes and say how cool they are, and they are, but you can have a great biking experience on a $1 grand bike or a used bike or a pre-loved or a $2 grand bike. It's for me, it's about like the people that you ride with, where you ride, and the bike to a certain extent, but it's not all about the bike.
No.
I don't think, do you?
No, not at all. I mean, there's so many different options out there. It's about going out and having experience exactly like you said. If you think like this, the best sub $3 grand, I think $3 grand's the entry level if you want brand new, but that's Steeless or Stylus, I don't know
the Decathlon.
The Decathlon bike.
Yeah, but that's like £2,700.
2,700 delivered to your door from France. There's Decathlon stores in the UK, but I don't think you pick them up in there. But if you look at the spec on it, it's
crazy.
Fantastic. It's fantastic.
It's got the new Bosch Generation 4 motor, the same one that's in the Crafty RR 10 grand bike. So, you know.
It's 500 watt hour battery, but you can change the tube out for a 625 because I think it's a standard kit frame that they bought from Taiwan or just bought off the shelf and just bolted all their parts on.
Yeah.
But looking at the spec, it was, you know, I mean, if that had a recognised brand label on it, it'd be $5 grand. So yeah. I think if you're going to buy new, that was where I'd go now.
And look at what Caliber did with the Boss Nut bike. They did the range from Go Outdoors. I don't think it's available outside of the UK, but it's like a big outdoors kind of place that sells tents and loads of hiking equipment, and they've got their own bike brand called Caliber, and they brought out like really sorted trail and enduro bikes for like £999. So that's why in one of the videos I did, I said the price is going to come down. There'll always be like the top end, but I think that there'll be a big margin between the top and the bottom, and you get diminishing returns, don't you, when you get to a certain price point? Like you're getting maybe something better, but not in terms of the amount you're spending better. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's the value added to that extra £1,000. Was it 1 gram's £100 off a bike or something? I forget. In the road world, if you want a gram saving, it costs you £100 or something. So it's all those guys are about how light is your bike. And it's easy to get caught up in he's got that, so I need to get this, and whoever you ride with, there's always a bit of, one person buys it and the other 5 buys it. But I think it's just about go out and enjoy your bike and have a look at the second-hand market as well. Because I know the bikes that you've reviewed and you look at, it's a lot of money. I mean, some of it's very nice second-hand or family car.
But like Levo now, you can get, what did one of our mates sold his Levo, didn't he?
Expert. So Expert, it was a £7,100 bike, 15 months old, £3,600, and he was happy with that. So, that's significant savings. So the SL now, okay, it's coming in at £5,000 for the entry-level model. I think you'll be able to get one of them for 2.5 in about a year, second-hand. So, they're expensive at the moment, but I think the second-hand price is going to drop.
Yeah, and it's like the early adoption price, isn't it? It's like the new tech, the new wave of... Someone left a comment like a plasma TV, when they first came out, it was £10,000 for like a 50-inch plasma TV.
You got £400 now.
And I know it's different, and it's not a mountain bike, but you can. You can buy them for probably cheaper than £400, can't you?
But I always stress, I always say, look, it's a passion project. Yes, it's a lot of money. I'm not justifying the sort of massive expense, but if you think about how much of a part of your life it will become, I don't think it's a ridiculous amount of money. And a lot of people spend £10,000 a year on drinking and smoking and stuff like that. I would say this is a health benefit, and what price can you put on your health, really?
Some people do it all.
Yeah, exactly. Some people do that a lot.
But I think for me, it's like, I think we both have a passion to want to get as many people as we can outside to ride bikes, because it promotes, I think, well-being, makes you feel good, I think it's good for the mind, it's good to socialise, get and explore, and I think these entry-level bikes are really helping with that. So,
and also, if you don't have to run out. I would say if you're buying your first bike, you don't have to run out and spend £5,000 to £10,000 on one. You won't. I don't think that cost. You'll realise that cost. Yes, you'll love it, but I think you'll also love a £3,000 or £2,700 bike or a second-hand bike. Go out and see if you like it or not, which I'm pretty sure you will, and then decide what you want to buy next. But certainly with the SL, it'd be interesting to see whether that's people's initial purchase or if it's somebody coming with a decent level of fitness. They know that's what they want to do, and they're sort of teetering on the edge of whether they want to buy an e-bike or not.
Actually, I'm really interested in everyone's thoughts on the SL, and if you have any questions or anything or any feedback, because it is already one of the most commented videos that I've done, like in such a long time, and I think it's because it's quite radically different to what is out there in terms of like the weight and the power. And I think it's a different market as well. So does it interest you? Are you like, now, what the hell, what's the point? Or is this something that you think, actually, I quite like the sound of that? Let me know.
There was a lot of comments about, the trouble is, if you look at the figures on paper, they don't add up, do you? But the discussions that we'd had, like, it's only 320 watt-hour battery, a lot of people are getting back to their car with 20 or 30% left in their battery, aren't they? So that is wasted weight,
Not everyone,
not
but
everyone.
I think like, I'll sometimes go out for a 1 hour quick blast, and there's no way you can use a 700 watt battery in 1 hour. But there are times that I really need a 700 watt when we go out for a ride all afternoon.
Yeah. And the 35 Newton meters as well. I mean, it's being compared a lot to the Fazua motor. But I had a very brief ride on both of them. How would you?
Yeah, it's one of those things that on paper they look comparable, or actually the Fazua looks more powerful, and there needs to be, I think, some kind of standard for measuring power. Like, if you're into cars, there's like a torque curve and that amount of revs it puts out, that amount. I think we need something to standardise it, because I think they put out, depending on the cadence that you're spinning, different levels of torque, right? So maybe on the Fazua, I don't know this, I'm speculating, but maybe that 60 Newton meter power surge, or that peak power, you get at 40 RPM, 40k. I don't know, but I think as you start increasing your RPM, it dips down.
It's because it's a road bike motor. I don't know. Our road bike cadence is different to mountain bike cadence.
Not really. I think if anything, I don't ride a lot of road, but I think if anything, you're a more constant cadence, maybe between 70 and 90. I don't know if you ride road, let us know, but does that sound right? I don't know, but to me, it's one of those things that you just need to ride and experience for yourself, because I don't know, we were in perfect conditions when we were riding the SL.
Yeah.
To be fair, we were on quite hard ground and it was quite fast rolling.
Well, yeah.
So it was easy for the bike to pick up. But I've actually got a demo one just behind here. And I'm going to do like a range test and let you know what it's like riding in the thick, cold UK wet mud that is my and yours and a lot of people's natural environment.
Yeah. But the connectors as well, they were, I mean, that's in the other videos as well, but from what Marco showed us, they look like they're going to stand up to it. If I'm going to put my hands up and say that looks like it's going to work. But obviously, proof's in the pudding, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, what else have we got?
Someone from Bentonville there, awesome place to ride.
Bentonville,
Yeah.
Leeds, San Antonio, Texas.
Casey.
Brad's been missing the late night live. Where have you been, Doris Morris? Where have we been? We just got, I don't know, you know what life's like. Sometimes things take priorities. But we've been meaning to want to do one of these for ages, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly. I think because I went off and did the Merida, and then September, October, November, December, it just, I don't know. Sorry, yeah. What can we say?
The viewers deserve it, John, don't they?
The viewers do. That's what we kept saying every time we were there, and so there we go.
Yes, we've been missing the late night live. Hi guys, hi Stephen Anson, Treasure Island, Florida, USA. How do you say that, John? Chattanooga?
Chattanooga, I think. Yeah, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well.
Oh, by the way, if you do like the content you watch me and John do, let us know with a thumbs up. It really helps the stream. There's 21 thumbs up at the moment. We've got about 140 people watching. If everyone that wants to, give us a thumbs up. That's much appreciated. It helps our self-esteem a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've got low self-esteem.
Right. What else? God, there's so many people in the chat. All right, from Wales. Hello, Jaden Rose Guitars, Mike Tarry. Getting your first e-bike this week, white E150 RS. I heard so many good things about that one.
Supposed to be great, yeah.
I bet you can't wait.
No, I put my foot in it with the guys down in, did I tell you, down at Merida?
No.
I think his name's Sam Shuttle. Anyway, there's one of the white riders was sat at dinner, and I was chatting away, and I said, have you tried the new white e-bike? And like everybody was around him sort of just looked down like that. And he goes, yeah, I designed it.
Oh, really? You didn't slag it off? You didn't
No. I just said, I hear it's really good. Have you ridden it yet? I just thought they were like factory riders. But no, he was the main designer. So, yeah.
I bet he could ride.
Oh, they won it.
Did they?
1 and 2, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, him and his brother. So they're pretty good.
Jay from Sheffield. I'm the guy nagging you, John, about the coast to coast.
Oh, yeah. I think he said to me that he would have bought a Walrus if you'd have recommended it. So I hope you're enjoying it. He bought a Levo, so yeah.
Who would, what? If you'd have recommended a Walrus?
No, if you had. He said he'd watched all your videos and that had you recommended to go out and buy a Walrus, he would have done it. So
should be the next video, shouldn't it? Like,
a Walrus bike.
A Walrus, yeah. Glad you like the videos. Thank you. Lee Specialized wins again. It's interesting, isn't it? Because we were talking about the development over the last few years of e-bikes and the point of difference. Like, I think that each brand now needs a point of difference because it's easy to, and maybe that is like some kind of innovation or price point or something, maybe software or hardware to differentiate themselves. Because I think we'll see many good Bosch bikes and good Shimano bikes and good Bros, but what will be the thing that will take you to that to buy that bike? Will it be brand loyalty, or will it be like a particular feature or weight or price? Yeah,
because there's no bad e-bike out there now, is there? And the trouble is, certain motors perform in certain different ways, and Specialized have gone for the weight. So have Mondraker as well, haven't they? Other brands like Highbike went for tech. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, what are your I mean, I know you did the predictions video, but what do you think?
Lightweight bikes. I think we'll see more lightweight bikes. I think I actually think software will become quite a big deal. You've only got to look on EMTB forums and see how popular like Levo is.
Yeah.
Because people like that customization, and Specialized have definitely taken some inspiration from that, because now they do the heart rate thing. So I don't know if I've got mine around, but your heart rate can control your bike. So you can say, I want to train, I want to go out and I want my heart rate to be at 150 BPM. And when your heart starts getting stressed because you're going uphill, your e-bike motor puts in more assistance. So I think that's a really cool bit of innovation that just is a cool feature. So I think like more things like that we might see. Maybe
that wasn't just the SL, was it? That's across the whole mission control app as well, and that came out on the 4th as well, I think.
I think so, yeah. But that had been I think there's probably other apps, but Levo had that in for quite some time. So I think like that kind of stuff I think is cool to see. I don't know, it's quite exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. What about the shock? Because we were chatting with the guy and he said at the moment on a car it's far more, the tech's a lot higher because of the cornering and everything. But at the moment,
Fox Live valve, is that?
Yeah, but apparently all it really does in the live valve is just lock it in trail and lockout. But lockout you still get a bob. All it does is just put the damper into the position where it doesn't bob as much. So
it needs to be bloody good.
Yeah.
I think for something like that you need to get on and think, oh shit, this is really making my ride experience much better, because that kind of technology sounds like it might add a bit of cost and a bit of weight. So I think that if it's an extra 800 quid and an extra 300-400 grams for something that just is like you operating a switch,
it's not worth it.
But if it's like revolutionary,
then
maybe it's something that might be worth it. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Yeah, because a lot of people have mentioned about regenerative braking that you've got on cars at the moment, but I think the weight saving or the weight against how much extra power you're going to put into the battery, is it really going to save is it really going to be worthwhile for the R&D to do that? So, I mean, they've got ABS on some of the recent Muller bikes and stuff, but
but they're like just for safety and cruising, aren't they? I don't know.
I don't think it's the ABS on a mountain bike.
So, hello from Los Angeles, California. Ben Dodd, I don't have an e-bike, but I've been following you and other channels to try and decide which e-bike to buy. What would you recommend? Oh man, so many. There's so many good options. Like, I don't know. What's your budget? What kind of riding do you like? I know that's like a really bad answer, but
it's too difficult to answer in one thing. I would go over to EMTB forums and pop that up. You'll probably find people you'll get a lot better, you get a good response over there for that. It's dependent on so many different factors, but yeah.
Hey Squire Rides, hey Lee Holm, did we read that one out already?
No.
Alex, thanks to you I got the Levo SL.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think you did, yeah. Hope you're liking it, by the way. What do you think?
Let us know.
Mick and Craney's MTB Adventures. Hey lads, Mick from Australia.
There's Lee Hume there from Ballymena in Ireland, Northern Ireland, sorry. How's it going?
Not orange here, you have trail face though.
It's trail face.
Don't know. We look, on our little monitor, we look like so orange, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Please turn off before going to the loo. Yeah, it's a good point on wireless.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Hear everything.
Yeah.
Charlie Dyer MTB. Well done, John.
What's that?
Don't know, just well done.
Oh, thank you.
Just in general.
Thanks very much.
And Lee said, has John got the hump after carrying all the kit?
No.
Well, we did get a little bit grumpy, didn't we, both of us, at the end?
We did, well, we hadn't eaten since lunchtime, had we? And we came back.
You're a big unit. You're like 100 kilograms.
100 kilos. So we got back and they'd all gone off to a real fancy restaurant, hadn't they? And we went off to Pizza Hut. So we had to go and find somewhere to eat.
Didn't we? We were well hungry and thirsty and dehydrated and cranky.
Because they kept saying to us, make sure you drink enough, make sure you drink enough. And I'm not sure what it is about Africa, but you dehydrate. I dehydrate.
It's like 35 degrees and we were riding bikes.
Yeah, well, you were riding, yeah. But I mean, I couldn't carry enough water. So pretty.
Guess John was on the normal Levo. Yeah, you were, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, that was just because of the amount of kit that I had, and also you had to do the comparison video. So they didn't actually have enough spare SLs for me to ride anyway. I would have had a go.
But you had a go on my one, didn't you?
Yeah. No.
What did you think?
it's completely different to a Levo. It's a bit like full fat Diet Coke, isn't it? Everybody, like, if you're a Diet Coke drinker, you love Diet Coke. You'd never go back to Coke, and if you're a Coke drinker, you'd never drink Diet Coke. So, I loved it. I really, really loved it. Would I buy? I think I like my Levo, but if I was buying again now, it'd be a really tough decision. It's a tough one because we were saying before we came on air, it really depends where you are as well, doesn't it? Because if you're in a place where you're steep climbs, fun descents, steep climbs, fun descents, which bike would you buy? So I think it really depends on how you ride and
yeah, because like I really am looking forward to taking this one out on a group ride with loads of like full powered bikes to see if it can keep up, because we do so many group rides. My worry is that because we ride a lot on the Surrey Hills, which is kind of like up, down, up, down, up, down. It's not like massive climbs at all. That on the flat sections where I really need and like that power that you get from the Levo, will it feel the same on this, or will it be so light and have so much less pedaling resistance because it's lightweight? Will I still be able to keep up?
Because we were either going up or down in South Africa, weren't we? And like you say, I remember when I had a stump jumper as well. I used to find it more tiring on the flat than I did going up. Just because,
did you?
yeah, exactly. So it is going to be interesting. But what is it? 2.6 or 3 watts resistance on that?
2.8 watts, which is like nothing. It's so little. Squire Rides, you've given us a super chat, and that is legendary. Thank you so much.
Top man.
That will help pay for John's Pepsi Max addiction, because he's
got another 2 here. Yeah, there we go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's a lot of sugar in there, John.
There's no sugar. It's
no sugar.
Pepsi Max. Yeah, exactly.
That's 2 litres though.
No, I know, but it's thirsty work. It's thirsty work. There's a guy there saying, who was it? Dirk, thanks for your video, Coast to Coast, awesome. No problem. Glad you liked it.
Cheers from Dortmund.
Excellent. It's a nice place.
Talking on epic companies making trails, I watched a cool video on the Walmart trails they're making.
They're around Arkansas.
Like, hold on, Walmart as in
Bentonville.
The big shop Walmart.
Yeah, so the guy that the guy that started Walmart is from Bentonville, and they're really big on making the area or improving the area. So they've literally all around that whole area. I think they've spent $50 million like developing the whole. So the whole area now is centered around mountain biking.
Really? Do you think they've noticed that people do videos on? I bought this $99 Walmart video and this Walmart bike, and have realised how popular those videos are, and they're trying to get in on the mountain bike scene a little bit. No, I'm sure they're doing it for nice charitable reasons, but
I think it just gives back to the community. I mean, I'm not sure. I listened to a podcast of the guy that's now CEO, and they're I think they went through a bit of a rough time, didn't they? Because I forget the number of people that they employ worldwide, but all their other brands and everything, they became a bit of a behemoth, and I think they want to be seen to be or give something back to the community.
That's cool.
So, yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Lee. Nino.
What's that?
Don't know. Nino. Hi guys, great video from SA. Those trails look great. They were amazing. Newfound Drone Productions. Hello from Newfoundland in Canada. Swoosh from Stuttgart in Germany. Jason Gale said Specialized Domination. Rob, are you keeping your new Canevo? Yeah, I think so. Wheezy and the Bandit MTB High. Dominic, hey Rob, where in Swinley Forest do you test your bikes? As a cycle there a lot, but can't find your trails. There's one called Baby Maker and one next to it called Berminator. If you go and ask the guys at Swinley Bike Hub, they will tell you exactly where they are, because they're quite easy to find, but you just need the route to it.
I think if you head towards Red 16, all the trails are on Trail Hub. Most of the blues to start with, you probably won't be interested. But it starts getting fun from around about Red 15, Red 16. You sort of go up quite a steep hill, don't you? And then they're all off there.
Yeah.
So.
And a lot of the kind of tests are in the Surrey Hills as well, because it's a bit bigger there, and some of my local trails as well, just around where I live. Just purchased KTM Prowler Sonic. Have you already tested? No, not tested that one. I've heard of it though. Prowler is an interesting name though, isn't it?
It's a bit for a bike.
Prowler.
Yeah. Prowler, yeah.
Yeah.
Prowling on a bike. Yeah.
Spent $5,000 last week on the high bike, all mount in 3.5, but it's not out yet. Any thoughts on it? We are definitely doing some stuff, quite a lot of stuff with High Bike over the next.
Got some really cool stuff.
Yeah, some really cool stuff over the next few months. So we will no doubt get some content out on that.
Watch this
video.
space.
Yeah. Scott MTB. One thing I hate on the Specialized bike is the wheels that come on them. They flex like crazy. The carbon wheels, they were really stiff. But did you have to change your wheels on your Levo?
Yeah, I can't blame Specialized. I smashed them.
Did you?
So, yeah, I mean, it was on Captain Clunk, and I just smacked the back wheel on a route, and it bent. It was just before we went to Meg Avalanche, actually. Chris managed to straighten it out, but not really that well. And then I knocked it again in Redlands, and spoke broke. So I just changed both of them on Hope wheels now. So, but they're pretty cheap. They were cheaper than much cheaper than Specialized
Rover. The Hope ones.
Yeah, Rover replacements.
Cool. Charlie Dyer MTB. Are you the Charlie Dyer? I think you are, aren't you? How you doing, mate? Hello from Crowthorne. Newfound Drone Productions have a Volt bike Yukon 750. Paid 2,000 Canadian dollars.
Nice.
Cool, man.
That's really good.
Pascal Smans, interesting to see your opinions for this bike. I think is a little bit over the moon.
Which bike?
I don't know. Maybe you mean the SL?
Yeah.
Lee, loving the dry, cold UK weather. Trails are bone dry. Result. I think the problem with second-hand ones at the moment is due to warranty situation. An e-bike with no warranty is currently a big risk. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think so. But I think if you look at, certainly if you buy one of the old Bosch motors, you can actually service them yourself. So servicing a Bosch motor previously was around about, you get the kit for about £200. It was possible to do it yourself. Whereas certainly with the Bose motor, Bros motor even, I don't think you can get the kit yet. But I think as the sport evolves, you will be able to do it if you're that way inclined. But it's the only thing you couldn't really do is battery, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one.
Because it needs kind of like recycling. I think once the cells are dead, they're done. You need to like get rid of that battery.
Yeah, but I've never really heard of anybody expire a battery. Usually, I mean, I've had one fail and it's been replaced, and as soon as you replace it, certainly with Specialized, the year gets reset. So, and it's 2 years. 2 years. Is it a year or 2 years on the motor? I can't remember.
2 years, I think.
2 years on the motor. So, apparently, according to Chris, mine's probably on the way out.
Is it?
Yeah, he said it's starting to grind now, but we do put it through some.
But yeah, we do. But
should it?
Your expectation is that
it should last too.
Yeah, it's not like a consumable part. I don't see a motor as a consumable part like a chain or brakes or something that you should have to worry about. Your bike's not really, it's 2 years old. Less than 2 years old.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'm quite fascinated by the new motor that Specialized have made, because they were super proud of it. And someone's asked if we think there'll be a new powerful motor for the next Levo. I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if they adapt that motor into a more powerful version. And Specialized and all the bike companies must know how many motors are failing and are coming back. And
yeah, but I certainly, it would almost just be a ×2 on the design specs, wouldn't it, to make a bigger motor. They didn't give anything away, but I would imagine a more powerful version is coming out that's heavier.
Speculating. Yeah.
That's complete speculation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What I would like is I said it in my review, like a slightly longer version of this, because the Kenevo is like it fits me so well in S5, because the reach is really long, it's super comfortable, and then to go back down, it's only like 440 mil, but that's quite a bit really when you're leaning forward and you're sat, on a bike that feels a little bit too short.
Well, it's interesting that they went extra small though, isn't it? Like, they can't make a kid's e-bike by law. However, they've made a bike small enough for you to sort of put your 9-10-year-old. And they said that, what was the kid was 35, 40 kilograms, and they're whizzing up the hill at 30% assist, and they were lasting all day on the battery. So it's great, but it's a lot of money to give your kid.
It's a lot of money, isn't it? I mean, I would love to buy my kids an e-bike, but it's a lot of money. Too much money, I would say.
Yeah.
Right now, Squire rides. I need to see Rob do 10 deadlift reps on the Levo. That would be easy, honestly. it's not even 20 kilograms, so
It's not even one dumbbell, is it?
No.
Really? So yeah,
no.
yeah.
It's, I mean, what can you deadlift?
I think it's about 120.
120. You
Yeah.
could deadlift more than 120, I reckon.
Yeah, but I don't like doing it because of my back.
So you could basically deadlift 6 Levo SLs.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't really used to deadlift because I was always worried about my back. I was more of a squatter.
What about over your head?
I can't remember what my numbers are.
We should do a video, shouldn't we? How
Yeah,
many e-bikes can you overhead press?
Yeah, we should do that.
We got one viewer, Squire Rides, would watch it.
Yeah, get one view.
Can the SL disengage the motor when discharged? So when it's off, you mean? When it's run out of battery? Yeah, it totally decouples. So it's like riding a regular bike. I think that's what you mean.
Did you try that whilst you're out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tried turning it off and riding it off. Not for very long because you got a motor, but I was curious to find out how it pedalled. And it is just like I had a stump jumper carbon, and I sold it after about 6 months of having an e-bike because I never rode it. But it just pedals just like that. So
yeah, mine's in my dad's garage on the wall at the moment.
Is it?
So yeah.
You're gonna keep it?
So, hi, Dad. No. It's just I don't know how much money
Is
I'd
your dad
get.
watching?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, hi, Dad.
Hi, Mr. Edwards.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's no point to keep it now. I just can't see myself ever riding it. But when my cousin came over from the US, it was great. He loved it. Like throw him on it, but it's like that one thing. It's a good spec when I bought it. It's like sort of 1,500 quid. But there's no need for it anymore.
Yeah, so for sure you can definitely, I think that's what you mean, but yeah, you can definitely pedal it. The new Levo is revolutionary. All other brands now have to play catch up. It's funny, isn't it? We were talking about this like arms race to create this new technology, and whoever comes out with this new technology and these new kind of features that are making significant differences, I think they are going to be people that are able to move the industry forward and reap the rewards. I think like their motto is innovate or die, isn't it? Specialized and maybe sounding a bit fanboyish, but from what I can see, they're bringing out products that are innovative.
They're a year ahead of everyone all the time, aren't they? I mean, the Levo was head and shoulders. I mean, the Bros was an off the shelf motor. It wasn't like it was unique to the Levo, was it? But the battery integration, everyone else has been playing catch up with that, and now with this lighter weight motor, I think we'll probably see other manufacturers, or there'll be other people that'll bring out a lightweight motor to sort of rival it, but it's going to be a while.
Maybe some brands are like, there's no point. The market might be quite small, so maybe it's a bit of a risk. It's probably quite expensive to do, and maybe some brands don't. Maybe some newer bike brands don't just can't do that because it's probably quite expensive. But I think it's good for the whole industry, and it's good for consumers because it creates change, and it creates people to be, take a few risks. You can't, like we were saying earlier, you can't just bring out a bike now that's a good looking e-bike and expect it to sell amazingly well.
No, it's got to ride well. All the integration's got to be correct, but it's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, who knows what the sort of future's going to bring, but we haven't seen anything from Yamaha for a while, though, have we?
No, that bike looked really cool, but I'm pretty sure there might be some cool new bikes coming out with that Yamaha motor. I've heard on the grapevine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Jaden Rose Guitar, you run your battery dead on almost every ride. I'm glad they came out the 2019 Levo before the SL, bike to the top. Sunday, I'm mixed on the SL. Can't work out if it's awesome or meh. I think I need to get one to try it and get a really proper idea of it. I'm more annoyed it's not like the demo or enduro suspension. Yeah, and I think that this bike has been marketed, or not marketed, but might suit a trail rider more than like an enduro style rider, and maybe the trail market is bigger, and a lot of people buy e-bikes and just ride fire roads, believe it or not. There's a big market for that.
Fire roads, or just a nice descent for a nice view for lunch, and then just a fairly gentle blast down fairly quick. It wanted to jump, didn't it? That was the thing.
It like almost to the point where not uncontrollably, but you would hit something and it would pop.
Yeah.
And the Kenevo and the Levo, but the Kenevo just steamrolls through everything, and because it's got 180mm, it's like a magic carpet. It just floats over everything, and you can be quite lazy on it. You can just sit and hold on, and I liked riding in clips, so you can just sit, hold on, and like death grip it, and pretty much get down anything.
Yeah.
You know, whereas the SL hits something, it's like boom, it takes off.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
It flies, man. It's so quick.
Because another guy that we ride with, when I'm behind him, you've been behind Gary, haven't you?
Yeah.
He jumps off everything.
I know. He can hit a twig and get about 6 foot.
Exactly.
There.
So for somebody like him, that I think that this is the perfect bike. And he's actually got 2 bikes. And there's another guy who ride with, James, who's the same. He still likes his analog bike. I think you won't need to have 2 anymore if you get this.
Yeah.
It'll consolidate them.
Yeah, I agree. And Gareth from All Mountain Coaching, I think he rode one today, and he just bought one because he's always liked the lightweight bikes. I remember when he got his Levo, he put loads of lightweight components on it, and yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not a full on enduro bike. It's just a damn fast trail bike.
Yeah,
that rips, man, and is lightweight.
And you can jump about the place, but then, I mean, you know, some of the climbs that we do in the Surrey Hills are not going to be achievable anymore on this bike because you just haven't got the power. So it's going to take away the insanity of an e-bike, if that makes sense.
In fact, I just remembered. Do you remember when we went up and got that real nice drone shot right at the very top at 3,000 foot in South Africa? I managed to get all the way up on the kind of loose stuff, and then it got, you know, when you get to the top of a fire road and it is just big rocks, you were able on the Levo to keep going over those rocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just had that forward momentum and just enough drive and torque to keep going over these big, chunky, real loose rocks. Whereas I hit them and I kind of lost my momentum, and that was it. I had to walk the bike up the rest of it. So that was an example of when the Levo you were able to keep riding. And I think eventually you needed to maybe push, but right at the very end.
Yeah, it was only really at the end. But then, of course, I was pushed. Even though I had the walk assist, the thing I don't like about the walk assist is you're tired at that point, and you got to keep that button held down. I wish there was a way of
like an on button.
Yeah, an on button, and then there was a way of overriding it. I mean, I know we barely ever use it, but it is quite tricky. And you had the same issue with it, though. It didn't quite engage all the time.
It's kind of like it feels. And it's always happened on most of the walk assist bikes. You press it and you're like, oh, okay, it's going, and then
it stops.
And then it's like it gives up.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, stop being a wimp.
Yeah.
Give me some assist.
Yeah.
Right, what else have we got? Okay, so it seems a lot of hate online, Facebook pages. Have you experienced any of this?
Of what, the SL or
hate for the SL
or e-bikes?
Or e-bikes, maybe for the SL. Yeah, I think so. And I think the biggest feedback that I've seen is the price. And what's the point? Yeah, it's expensive. It's not that I'm trying to justify the cost, because it is a lot of money. But I think that you're getting a unique bike, a bike that you can't get anywhere else. And you said to me, John, you're like, yeah, but a Ferrari's expensive. And it is expensive, but a Ferrari is a Ferrari. You can't get a Ferrari anywhere else, right? So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's an option.
Yeah.
That is an expensive option, but if you want this bike, you can't get anything else that's like it at the moment.
No, and let's not forget their dealer support. The warranty support is fantastic. Yeah, it is a hell of a lot of money. You can't get away from that. And the thing is, there's no real cheaper option at the moment, is there? But if you're an early adopter of software or of hardware, usually you pay a premium for that. Someone keeps saying
it's not like way more expensive than the Levo when it came out. I think it's £500 more for the 10. No, I think £7,000 or £7,500.
The S-Works is another 1,000, so it's 10,900.
So it's 10% more expensive. Okay.
And the Comp Carbon's another 300, but I think the Comp Carbon's been discounted a little bit on the Levo side. The SL's obviously full price at the moment, but I don't. You wouldn't be paying sticker price most places. A lot of places will do you a deal, or certainly there'll be sticker prices, but you should pay less than that. And I think in a year those prices will have come down quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely been loads of feedback about it. It's like divided people, hasn't it? Some people are like, yeah, I get it, and a lot of people will just want to stick with the awesome bikes that they've got.
Yeah, dentist bike, isn't it?
Yeah. SL question: running the SL on turbo with a smaller battery, is it basically the same as a normal Levo on Eco? I think it works out a little bit more.
It's just less than trail, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think like...
if you've got normal settings, I think it's about 55. Because trail's normally 65, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think the Levo in turbo gives you, through the back wheel, like 560 watts of extra power. And I think on trail it gives you maybe 300 and... These are all rough figures, but 300 and something. Yeah. And on Eco, maybe... I can't remember. I wrote it in the thread on EMTB.
25, I think. 25 or 30. 30%, yeah.
So you get about 150. So I think the SL at 240 is almost in between Eco and trail.
But it's 4 kilograms lighter.
But it's so you've got a lot less pedaling resistance.
Yeah.
And you're more efficient on it.
And it's a 48 volt system, so you're 7 amps as opposed to what was
21 amps.
21 amps. So whilst the battery's smaller, the draw is a lot less, and it's 80% efficient at 70 to 90 RPM, wasn't it?
But to give you an idea what that kind of translates to, John was riding the Levo in like Eco and trail.
Oh, trail and turbo.
Trail and turbo.
Yeah.
Trail and turbo. And I was riding the SL in like mainly turbo, and we both ended the ride, and we both had 50% battery left.
I was just less than you on the app.
I did have the extender, so it was 480, and you had a 700 watt battery.
700, but I was at my all up weight. All up weight for me with my hip pack's usually about 100, but I think that's probably about 15 kilos, wasn't it? The backpack. So I was probably all up about 115. But because of that, I was in trail and I barely used any Eco because I knew we weren't doing a 30k loop. It was
I thought that was quite interesting that we got back with a similar battery level.
And the range extender as well. You've got 2 different options. You can sort of deplete them in series and parallel. And I don't think they made it very obvious, but if you do it in series, i.e. you deplete the range extender first, the voltage will drop off and the motor will lose power, so they recommend doing it in parallel first, don't they? So
that was like if you wanted to go and do some laps, wasn't it? You can use the range extender battery, put it in your car,
chuck it in the hedge,
and then just use your regular battery, which is quite cool. Or you can just have them drain simultaneously, so they act as one battery. Yeah. Right. Oh man, there's so many comments. It's so nice to see everyone. You guys should take your bikes through the Canadian Rockies.
I'd love to.
Yeah, that'd be good. If any bike companies want to sponsor that, get in touch.
Yeah.
Ben Hurst is extra massive. Hello, Dale M. Good day from Melbourne. Simon knows what's up. Hi Rob, joined your video too late, but do you know the weight of the aluminium Levo SL? Yes, it's 19.4 kilos. Lee, you got some good components too. Hello from Boise, Idaho.
That's the guy that I was listening to on Joe Rogan. He was from Boise. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hello.
CIE guy.
Hello, Chris. Simon knows. Hello from Macedonia.
Cool.
Bike to the top. You have 2,000 miles on my 2019 Turbo Levo. Nice.
Yep, I saw him do a review of that. I think at 1,500 miles, he's got the same colour as me. I think.
Has he?
Yeah, the expert.
There you go.
Yeah, I've seen his videos. I think he's also got like one of those super high-powered twist and go jobs.
Oh, cool.
You know, like the cake bikes.
If anyone's got a YouTube channel, let us know, because I'd be really interested to see it and share it, and yeah, that'd be really cool.
Help you out if you can.
Yeah. Andy Smith, it's not just a Levo with a small... Is it not just a Levo with a smaller battery and motor, hence a lighter bike? On the face value, it probably looks like that. I think the motor is a 48 volt motor, which means it's more efficient. It's not a belt drive motor. And could you make... I guess the question is, if you got a Levo and had half the battery...
Yeah.
And it would weigh quite a considerable amount less, but would it be as efficient? And I think the main thing is, because they've got this package together with a super efficient motor
and a chainstay.
it allows the battery to be smaller because it's more efficient and it uses less energy. That's why it works as a package. I think if you just shrunk down the current battery.
Well, look, what if you put like a 300 watt hour battery in a current Levo, you're just going to shave 7 kilogram anyway, and put a smaller battery. I suppose it is, but they've changed the geometry slightly as well, haven't they, to make it more fun?
Yeah, it's got a much shorter chainstay.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting. I mean,
I guess in essence it is, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no other package out there that you could get other than the one that they've developed themselves, because the only other motor that is super light is the Fazua one, which I think is a great idea. It just didn't quite deliver, did it?
Jonas, QA please, hack on Beckham's question at the top. You'll have to repost that because it's disappeared now. Leaving the battery in the bike in the cold garage. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Lee is saying new YT decoys out soon.
I haven't heard
That'd
that.
Be nice.
Yeah.
I have done over 10,000 kilometres on my giant dirt E2, but now you want the Levo. 10,000 kilometres is pretty epic. Well done, man.
Yeah, it's really good. That's brilliant. Well done.
Mike Tarry, Rob, how did it feel to be in the ad for the Levo SL? Yeah, it was very cool.
Was that you? Was it?
Felt very just cool, privileged to be asked to be in it. Actually, it was really cool. And I worked out I'm a rubbish actor.
No, you're not.
Like literally,
How many
I had
takes?
to do like 50 takes for 5 seconds, and no shit, I had to do a voiceover because the voice didn't come out very well, and I probably had to do 100 takes because I just couldn't get it right.
Oh, brilliant. But yeah, what a coup though. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And I did get about 20 texts on that morning, people saying, "Oh,
Is that you? Is that you?"
Yeah, no, it was cool, very cool. Can you use the Apple Watch to communicate your heart rate with the bike, or do you need a different monitor?
No, it needs to be Bluetooth.
Okay.
Unless Apple Watch can transmit heart rate data by
I
Bluetooth.
think it can.
Yeah, Ant Plus, I think it is.
What, on the Apple Watch? I think a Garmin's Ant Plus is the
I
Apple
may be wrong
Watch.
then. I don't know. I think you need a heart rate band.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my experience, they always work better anyway.
Yeah.
Heart rate bands, because I think
This doesn't transmit live.
No, I think it like polls maybe every 10 seconds or so, so it's not quite live.
I may be completely wrong there, but I'm pretty sure it's got to be Bluetooth. I don't know if it can send heart rate data by Bluetooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
If anyone knows if the Apple Watch is Bluetooth
or sends heart rate data via Bluetooth.
Yeah. Let us know. Leo, you doing Mega Avalanche this year? Sick video last time. Can't count how many times I view it. Maybe, but we've got some other things that we've got planned as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
They're going to be pretty epic.
I think I'd love to, but it's just work, everything that we're doing, kind of like, and I would, if I want to go down there, I want to ride for another week. So it's kind of.
I think it's about the experience, isn't it? And I think it's definitely something to do.
I would do it if you want. If you're thinking of doing it, I mean, because we said last year we were absolutely caking it, thinking, oh, it's going to be horrendous, and it was a challenge, but it was a great day. If you're thinking of doing it, definitely go and give it a look.
Rob, you did a vid on Santa Cruz bringing out an e-bike, but I don't think they will because they're trying to bring forward the V3 linkage, and that won't work with a motor unless they go back to the V2. Wow. I have seen some sneaky spy pics on the web.
Yeah.
Someone's posted.
And until I see the actual release, it's difficult to say. But if the spy pics are anything to go by, they're bringing one out. So yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? I think they've got to bring one out, haven't they?
They have to. Literally, if you're a bike brand now and you haven't got an e-bike in your roadmap, like you are.
Missing a massive segment of the market.
You seriously need to change that quite quickly because it's a massive growth spurt in the market, and I think that just get left behind. Yeah,
but one could argue they're probably a bit too late to the party, but they've got such a cult following, haven't they? Really, and in the American market, America hasn't really taken up the e-bike yet. But I think things are changing, aren't they? I mean, the trail access, we've mentioned in previous videos, trail access is finally opening up for e-bikes.
I think after this year, the whole discussion on are e-bikes here to stay or are e-bikes cool, or I think it's just going to be gone.
Yeah.
I think literally it's kind of done now,
Yeah.
that argument.
Yeah.
This year, I think all the bike manufacturers will probably bring out an e-bike, and that's it. It's just it's part of cycling. It's part of mountain biking. E-bikes exist, and everyone just gets on with it.
Yeah, because I think another problem is as well. You know, kids under 20 or 16 and stuff, they can't really afford them, or they've got to have a very generous parent to buy it. So that would I think accelerate how whether they're cool or not, or the market. But that hasn't happened yet, so we'll see.
Grant, out of interest, how often are people getting their forks serviced and their shock? I've done 1,000 miles and not done either, but they're running fine still. I think it's done in hours now, isn't it?
Fox is 100 hours.
How the hell do you know how that would be a good e-bike feature?
Yeah.
Having some kind of ride time in hours to know when to get stuff serviced. I have no idea how many hours. Do you count in hours how long you've been riding for?
No, not at all. You can look in Strava, like how many. I tend to do it in miles, but
Do you?
I spoke to Chris, and he sort of said, no, you don't really need to do it. I mean, I think that's for races and stuff. I mean, some people might notice, but it's just.
I think you do. I think.
The seals need doing and everything. I'm definitely getting mine done.
Have you seen how dirty used fork oil and shock oil comes out? I think it's probably more important than we think to actually do.
But you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Like Paul does it. He does it himself. So it's just how much time do you want to spend maintaining your forks? But
so it's like 50 hours.
I think
or
it's
100 hours.
100 hours. 100
I
hours.
think it depends on manufacturer as well, doesn't it?
The ones I've got the grit. They say 100 hours for the seals, and then it's a complete overhaul at about 500 or something. But 100 hours is still quite a lot. But then, you know, we do. What do we do? Four a week?
I literally would not be able to tell you how many hours my forks have been used without being serviced. But actually, I did. The guys from DT Swiss, I did send my DT Swiss ones back, and they said they were like super dry inside.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh right, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Alex got an S Works.
The SL.
Yeah.
Oh,
S
cool.
Works SL.
Awesome.
That's so nice, isn't it?
Oh man, thing is, you rode that, and it's difficult. I mean, this is a beast, isn't it? But the S Works it's nice. Yeah.
They all look nice, but the S Works with its matte. I think it's just the matte frame. Just looks really good. Michael Cunningham, I wish the Levo SL was like the Focus Raven 2 with removable battery and motor. Yeah, someone mentioned about removing batteries and motors. I don't know if I would ever want to remove the motor and ride it. It kind of seems like pointless to me.
It would just be the weight, wouldn't it? But
yeah.
I don't think the weight, or there is this.
But I can't think of a time when I would. Tell me if you've got one of their Fazua bikes, do you go out and ride it without the motor and the battery? I don't know. Everyone's different and everyone has different circumstances, but I can't think of a time where I would go and ride it without a motor and a battery, because you've got it.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about the Fazua is you can literally just take it out in about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
20 seconds. So it's 20 minutes to get the battery out with the SL, and then you need a bottom bracket and everything. I think it's a bit of an engineering nightmare. I think if you spoke to Marco, he would say, just pull the battery out, and then you're only talking about saving another kilogram on. Well, it's 1.9 kilos, so it'd be taking another 2 off, wouldn't it? So
I think the Fazua motor is 1 kilogram heavier than the SL motor. So maybe it might make a bit of difference.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought about it, and even when I had the EZSD, I had it for like a week or so, I was never compelled to just take the motor out and battery out and go and ride it, because I didn't think I would ever be in a situation where that would be reality.
Yeah.
Don't know.
One guy's saying you're quite quiet compared to me. So.
I am.
Yeah.
Hi. John has got like a real gruff voice.
Yeah, maybe
and a cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'll turn my... Thanks for letting me know. John Durkin, thanks for all your comments, by the way, John, on the videos. It really helps. Great job on the SA video. Perhaps you can also review the Creo. I did do a Creo video, only because I was curious on the motor, and I suspected back then that they would bring out a new bike, mountain bike with a motor in it, the new motor. Silverback BMX, why are there no Cannondale bikes in England? There are some, aren't they? Matera?
Yeah, I haven't seen Cannondales for a while though. Have you? It's
Don't see a huge amount of them, but I think that you do see some. Bike to the top. I never drink Coke or soda pop.
good for you. Yeah, yeah,
Coffee, coffee, coffee.
yeah.
Okay, Benjamin Dodd. Do you think as technology is advancing at such a rate that it's worth waiting for the next gen EMTBs? No, I don't, because you just will be waiting forever because there's always something. It's like computers or phones or any kind of technology. I think that life's too short and you don't want to miss out.
Just got to draw a line in the sand and say whenever you buy, probably next week something else might come out and you'll kick yourself, but that was what you wanted at the time and that was what was available. So I think if you're going to do it, don't hang around and wait. Just go and do it, because every week that you wait's a week you're not riding.
And Lee said Ben never wait, join the revolution. Bike to the top said spend dollars on beers, on bikes, not beer or Coke.
Yeah.
Marco Pellier Fishback, you've just hit 25 subscribers.
Brilliant.
Well done, man. That's every time you get a new subscriber, especially like when you're in the early stages of making videos, it's so rewarding, isn't it? It's so nice. So if you do watch any YouTube videos and you like that content creator, subscribe, because it makes such a difference. It certainly motivates me to keep going, and I know you do as well. So 25 subs, man, keep going.
Go on.
James, thank you so much for your generous super chat.
It's really kind.
That's really kind of you, thank you.
So what's he said?
Tried the SL today, loved it. However, I prefer the weight and power of your full fat Levo. As you've said, Rob, that SL isn't for everyone, but it gives us more choice, and that can't be bad.
I agree.
Yeah, and I think that when we were there, they were really they really wanted to make sure that people don't see this as like the new Levo. You know, it's another option. It's not the newest or the better or the one that you should get. They're not saying it's for everybody. They're like, this is, we think this bike's really cool. We think there's a market, and we think a lot of people will really love it. But we know that people will really want their power, and I think you're the same, aren't you?
Yeah. I'd like it as an option, but that's financially not going to be available. But I prefer being kicked up the hill and having the extra power, and a lot of the people that I ride with are the same. But that said, it was a hell of a lot of fun. I'd like to have a go and see. But I'm like you, James. I prefer the full fat version. But there are guys, there are other guys in the comments saying they'd like to see more power than 90. But then it gets into, do you need any more?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Fly-On was like that. I loved the Fly-On motor, and it's so powerful. It's a totally different experience.
Yeah.
Riding the Fly-On, but it's super powerful.
Yeah.
And it's good fun.
Yeah, but it chews the battery, doesn't it?
It rinses the battery because it's just so power hungry.
But then we're getting into, is it like if you're going to put like 1.2 kilowatts on there, then becomes just a brute that's effectively like an electric dirt bike, isn't it? So.
Unbox Tech Reviews have said, is the new Levo SL motor louder than the bigger 2020 motors in any of the different riding modes? And did you find yourself walking the bike up any hills due to lack of power? Yes, it is louder slightly, and it's a higher pitch. More like a radio controlled car sound, because there's no belt, it's all gears, so it's a higher pitch. And not to the point where I was distracted by it. Maybe once you've been riding e-bikes for such a long time, you just get used to it. It's like living next to a motorway. You kind of filter it out. But I'm going to do a video with, I'm going to use the same microphone in the same position so you can hear it. The frequencies are always picked up really well on the microphone, because it's like in that frequency range that voice sits in. It's like 5,000 hertz or whatever it is, and it seems to boost it. So it always seems a bit more artificial when you're listening to it back, but it is louder.
The other thing, I was riding behind you guys and I certainly didn't notice it was louder. It's just a different pitch. And I think that video you were in the middle of a climb there, which is rare. You don't normally film yourself in a climb, do you? So even on my Levo, when I've listened to the GoPro footage back, I was like, oh, it sounds a lot louder than it is. So I wouldn't be put off by the sound. It certainly wasn't offensive.
No, it's not. I'm just reading the next comment.
Yeah, exactly.
They're asking, are you okay? And have you got cough from with
coronavirus.
coronavirus?
I don't know. I just got back from China, so.
No, you didn't. No, you are feeling like you are sounding husky.
Steve Jones had, he was ill, wasn't he, unfortunately?
Oh man, I felt so gutted for Steve because he was so ill and it
Yeah.
was so hot out there. And you know when everyone's just out there to ride bikes,
Have fun. He was in his tent.
Not in a good way. So
No, yeah, I think he's all right now, but yeah, big love, Steve. I hope you're feeling better. But yeah, maybe got it off him or somebody else. But it's that time of year, isn't it? It's cold season. If I get out of the way now, it's good for me. But no, I'm fine.
Michael, you can use an app like Pro Bike Garage that syncs with Strava to track the time you ride.
Oh, cool.
All right. Pro Bike Garage.
Give that a go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a way of summing up the total number of rides. Because I just use Strava as more like a diary of my rides rather than actually being interested in, did I beat that time?
Yeah.
But it's like we were saying, you're really interested in finding out how much quicker you go down Barry's. Because that's the trail I've got the most data on. Is Barry knows best.
Yeah.
So it's going to be.
That's a good classic trail. It's a good benchmark.
Yeah.
Tribester07 has said, "Bloody hell, John! Turn the mic off when you cough. My eardrums."
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to cover it up. I'm usually pretty good. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Edith Fiduzu, your channel is my oasis.
Yeah.
I'm glad we can be your oasis.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Jordan Glick, love your videos. Thank you. See you later, Scott. John, we need more shizzle on YouTube from you.
Yeah, I know. I've been so caught up with every usual excuse. I've got about 3 or 4 to do. But didn't McTrail Rider, he had all his,
Channel hacked,
his channel hacked. So if any of you guys watch McTrail Rider, he's the bugger just released all his videos, didn't he? Which is
all his private videos, Patreon videos, all that stuff. Yeah. Hi chaps, could you upload this video as you've missed most of it? Yes, it does go out automatically, so it will be up. Ordered my S-Works thanks to your awesome vid. Apparently the first sold in the world.
Top man.
Nice, man. Well done. You're gonna love it.
Let us know how you get on with it as well, because it'd be. I think you're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely love it. It's just. I love the way you described it as a fighter pilot. That was how it felt. It just felt so precise.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sorry,
What's the next? Oh, you laughing at the next one?
John, you need to wear a tighter t-shirt.
Oh God, yeah. It's because I put weight on. It's because it's look, the fit's good. But where can you get one of these from?
Shop.emtbforums.com.
I've got
I'll give you a discount code if you want.
Yeah, you can have this one. Yeah, this is too small for me now.
I think it's the light and the angle as well. P.S. John, when are you going to put more content on your channel? Come on, John. Stop wearing tight t-shirts and get more content out.
Yeah, we'll do.
Stop flying drones and planes and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I was going to.
How's the sim going, by the way?
It's good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Crashed it yet?
No, try not to crash it. It's a bad day if you crashed it. So, no.
If anyone doesn't know, John is actually a real life commercial airline pilot in real life. That's why he can fly drones so well. And he flew Airbus A320s for how many years?
13.
13 years and now teaches people. And I want to go in the sim because I want to just crash a plane.
That'd be a good video, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that.
It might be quite a short one though.
No, we'd get you down. Do you remember the Krypton Factor?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they used to land.
I always thought they were rubbish. I'm like, why can you not land the plane?
I don't think they were given any brief. They were literally just plonked in the seat and said, there you go, try and land it. Like, if you actually give someone a fairly comprehensive briefing of it, it's not too bad. But that was the only reason I used to watch Krypton Factor with my dad. He used to sit there and work out all the things, and I'd be going, I don't understand any of that, but then we used to really look forward to the sim. We always go, could you do that, Dad? Could you do that?
Really?
Dad? He'd go, yeah, but I could probably do it.
Oh, I love it. Your dad flew 747s,
Jumbos,
right?
yeah, same ones we flew out to.
See, I love going on planes with John. He's such a plane geek. He can spot a plane from like 50 miles away and tell you what it is. It's amazing.
You should be able to, so wouldn't you? Yeah.
No, but it's I'd love to go in the sim, and I won't crash it.
No, we'll try not to.
We should make a video.
Would
you watch? We need to theme it with e-bikes somehow.
Well, we could do it could be like a collab, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll do one.
Yeah.
Right, what else have we got? Sounds like only John's mic is working. So now I'm even quieter. Is mine? 1, 2? Yeah, mine's like really quiet. Maybe
I'm too loud.
No, I think yours, it is only yours that's working, maybe. Does that work? Is that any louder? I don't know. I'll just have to, maybe I'll sit a bit closer to you, John, and talk a bit. Right, S-Works is Ferrari. Range without the extender is still better with the old Levo. Yep. Rob what do you think has been the key reason people bought the Levo? Quiet Bros motor. I think it was a culmination of like looked really good, had a big battery, was instantly available. So when they do all the marketing, all the hype's there, you can go and buy it in the shops. Good support from dealers, and I think lots of people bought it, showed their mates, they had a ride on it, and they really loved it. And I think your peers can sell it to you, really, can't they? When you get on it and ride it and you love it, you're like, damn, that's really good. I want one of those. And a recommendation from a friend or family member is like the best recommendation you can get.
Well, it's, what is it? What does he tell 7 people about good? Anyway, I can't remember the thing, but yeah, I pretty much bought mine because of Paul. I had literally a quick ride on that, and yeah, I was down to buy it. Actually, Marco gave us a really good piece of advice on when you're in tuning it. Try putting it at 30% assist and 100% peak power, because he said it'll only give you 100% assist at if you're trying to really push. So he said you shouldn't actually need to come out of eco then, technically speaking. And you'll probably find that the battery will last longer. So give that a try if you can. So yeah.
Thanks, Diarrhea Latte. You're bloody hilarious with all your poo comments.
Oh, right.
It's amazing, isn't it? Always one, isn't there?
Yeah.
Right. I think my mic is not working.
Try switching off.
Oh, it's better sound now, apparently. Let me just delete this dude, because he's been a... Hello, Paul the Punter. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. I'm just trying to go through that. Thank you. My sound is better now. Paul, you've hit 100,000. That's awesome. Well done, buddy. Good work. That is a significant milestone.
Our man in Canada.
So, Paul, you're saying 480mm is reach isn't long enough. You completely disagree, even at your height. What about that length? Do you think it's too short? 480mm, I think it's too short, man. It's like, if you look at the size difference between, I don't know, someone that rides a large that might be 170 centimeters, I'm guessing, and an extra large that might be 195 centimeters. There's quite a big difference in proportion between that and an extra large and a large bike. I think that's my logic anyway. And riding the Kenevo, I feel so comfortable and confident on that bike. And yeah, it's a totally different bike and has different travel and different suspension. That when I got onto a bike with 480mm, it just felt way too short, and I felt like I was over the front a lot more. Probably some of it's in my head as well, but don't know. I think 480's it's on the conservative side. That's fair, isn't it, compared to many other bikes now. Right, Vitus electric bikes are more the bang for your buck. Christian, Lee, Rob, sit on John's lap like a child at Santa's grotto. We will hear you. My mic's fine. I don't know if my mic's working or not working. Obviously, these wireless mics like need some work. We need to work out these. Cool. What time is it?
It's 11:15.
11:45.
Probably about
It's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming along with us. We've had 150, 160 people watching. Thanks for liking it. If you do like this stuff and you want to see more, and you want to join e-bike geeks from all over the world, give us a thumbs up and let us know. And yeah, thanks for coming along, and we'll catch up with you all soon.
Great.
Cheers, guys.
See you soon.
Bye.